Hi, this is Michael Gier with Silver Dove Films. Wanted to give you a quick update before we get into our interview with Grant Goodeve. You're going to love this interview with Grant. He's an actor who's been around for quite a while. If you're old enough, you remember him from when he starred in the TV series 8 is Enough, and he's been in TV shows such as Emergency, Fantasy Island. He worked 2 seasons on that TV show Northern Exposure, which had many fans. He's done so much, and he has an upcoming PureFlix film that he's going to be one of the stars in. You're going to love the interview, but before we get into that, if you haven't seen our short film, But Now I See, we just recently released it, and you can take a look at it at butnowiseemovie.com, along with behind-the-scenes interviews and lots of behind-the-scenes footage. Our other film that we released last year is called Foreclosed, and you can see that at foreclosedmovie.com, and also on that website there's also lots of interviews and behind-the-scenes footage. You'll love both films if you haven't seen them, so make sure you take a look at them. Coming up soon, we have a number of projects that we're going to be filming. You can get more details about those on our website, silverdovefilms.com, and we have other interviews at silverdovefilms.com with other actors, producers, directors, casting directors, and more. So make sure if you've missed any of our interviews, go back there and take a look. I think you'll enjoy them all. All right, well, let's get to Grant. I hope you enjoyed the interview. Thanks for watching.
Hi, my name is Michael Gier with Silver Dove Films, and I am here with Grant Goodeve, and he is starring, one of the stars, in this current PureFlix film called Redeemed. So thank you for taking the time to talk.
You bet, Mike.
So today's your first day on set, right?
Yes, it is.
So who is your character, and what is it you're doing in this particular film?
James is the CFO, Chief Financial Officer of Ticor, which is Ted McGinley, who's playing Paul. A company that's, on the verge of doing something either really great or something really stupid. My character thinks that he's on the verge of doing something really stupid, which is taking the company over the cliff, ethically and financially. So it's, it's kind of, I come from a long line of CPAs and bankers and people like that in real life, so I'm trying to draw on some of that.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Nothing's happened yet, but, there'll be some inspiration in the next scene.
Well, what's funny is, when I showed up, I didn't really know who was who. I just saw the name. And when I saw Grant, I'm like, I know you, because he has been in a million TV shows that we've all grown up seeing. And I'll just name just a few.
If you're over 70.
I'm not. Either that or I look good for my age. But here's just some. 8 is Enough, which, of course, we all loved. Emergency. I loved that show.
That was my first guest starring role.
Was it?
Yeah.
What a great show. Was that a good
fun.
Experience? Your first guest star. That's a big move from co-star straight to
guest
guest star.
It was, but I remember in the scene, and if anybody ever watches this, at the very end, it's before I knew that you could actually use your instincts as an actor and do maybe what you thought you should do, unless the director tells you not to. And you'll see, I'm shaking hands with one of their characters who saved my friend up on the mountain at the end, and I'm thanking him very much, and I wanted to shake his hand, but I didn't know if I could because the director hadn't told me yet, so I'm going, thank you. So, and you see my hand going like this.
That's
my wife saw that, and she thought we should leave LA immediately.
We've been talking how hot it is in here, so,
yes.
Grant and I, we both, we're kind of melting here. But you also did the Love Boat.
Love Boat. I did 4 Love Boats.
Yeah, I saw it.
Those were the best because you could also work with a lot of the actors from the era before us. And people like Lauren Green and Carol Channing and the fellow who played Bat Masterson, whoever his name was. That's right. One of my sisters from the show had to kiss that actor, and we remember because she was like 17 and he was like officially old. He was probably like my age now.
You're not old, though,
and we all went,
still.
Ew. Hey. But Love Boat was fun, and Aaron Spelling was great to all the actors.
And you worked on a lot of Aaron Spelling shows, correct?
Yeah, Fantasy Island. I even was in a pilot. Well, Lauren Green played my father-in-law, and Jane Meadows played my mother-in-law on a pilot called Aloha Paradise. So he was always doing these pilots for other shows, too. He was great to actors.
So that's what I heard. I heard he was a good guy in general. And maybe that's why, part of the reason why he was so good with making money and successful TV. I don't know.
Yeah,
It sounds like he deserved it if he's a good guy. But Fantasy Island, again, that was another show that we all grew up and loved.
And Ricardo Montalban, I still remember him saying, Grant, I am so grateful to be working today. I'm sounding more French than Spanish, but he said, I thank God every day that I get to come in and do this. And he had just such stature and such nobility.
Yeah.
And he also had such a great way of appreciating, being grateful to God for the work he had.
Yeah.
Because you're around this business for a while, you're really glad to be working.
Without a doubt.
So I'm glad they hired me for this.
Then we have Dynasty. You worked on Murder, She Wrote. Northern Exposure, Army
Trapper
Wives.
John, yeah, Army Wives is more recent.
Exactly.
Actually, probably if you blink, you'll miss me. And my career arc is actually, it started here and it's kind of going like this. No offense to this film, but
No, because of this film, it's doing this, right?
Yeah, and that's right. No, it was the Army Wives where I finally played the smallest role I've ever played in my life. I think that was like half a year ago or so. I think now, yeah. Oh, okay, good. Now I've done it. See, I didn't pay my dues, so I had to pay them kind of backwards.
Yeah.
And now, yeah.
So how did you get into
Shut up,
acting?
Grant.
No,
What?
did you? How did you get into acting originally? I mean, did you have to pay your dues, or was it pretty simple? for you
No,
when you first
it's
started
not
out?
as far as I studied at back east in college, and then I came here and I studied for with Jeff Corey and Milton Kitselis, people like that. But I got started really fast. A year and a half, Eight Is Enough was already a series, and I'd done a pilot the year before for another big series where Katherine Hellman played my mother. And that was done by Gene Reynolds, who did MASH. So I'd already was working, like within a year of being here, and then I'm on a hit series in a year and a half. So no, I paid no
Nice.
dues whatsoever.
Yeah, that's
I'm
great.
paying them now.
Well, with all those TV shows, that's why when I saw you, I'm like, I know you.
Yeah, it was great.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Do people still recognize you?
They do, and
Yeah.
I don't know if that's because I look like an old guy when I was, playing David Bradford or what. But I do, and up in the Northwest, people know me because I've had a travel show there for 15, 16 years. I'm kind of the Rick Steves of the Northwest. It's called
Nice.
Northwest Backroads. And now I live in Atlanta, and people recognize me because I've got a commercial campaign running there where I play this kind of silly, funny character named Hamilton. So it continues, but a lot of people still recognize me from Eight Is Enough. Or Northern Exposure fans. I was on 2 seasons of Northern Exposure, and they're like Trekkies. Oh, Northern Exposure, my favorite show. So, but that was a great show.
Yeah. Oh, great. Well, hey, thanks for taking the time to stop by and talk
you.
with me, because I know you're shooting today.
Yep.
You already filmed one scene earlier.
Yes.
In between, we try and dry off.
Yes, that's right. So great.
And you got
talking
more
with
work to do, but hey, thanks. Appreciate it, Grant.
Yeah, you bet, Mike.
All right, thanks.